Andrew Murray here from the Apartment Specialists. Welcome to our channel. Today I've got Chris here from the team.
How are we doing, boss?
Cool. Today we're talking about price by negotiation. Yeah. When should you use it when selling an apartment, Chris?
Oh, let's start with the story, should we? We used it recently with amazing success. Down at 6 Burgoyne Street, Sienna Terrace, there was a lady that we'd worked with previously before. She purchased one in the building and spent $70,000 on a renovation. Okay, now bearing in mind that these apartments are only around 50 metres squared and the record in the building at the time was $500,000. We thought she might have overspent. She was insistent that she knew what she was up to, and hats off to her, she did. We put it price by negotiation, and we found that one emotional buyer that was willing to pay $640,000 when the next second best person was only willing to pay around $540,000. So $100,000 difference just through pricing it by negotiation.
So I think the key there is when you're looking for either a high-end property or a property that is quite unique, or in this case, one that was renovated to a very high standard. I mean, she'd put in fake brick walls, she'd done everything. And what that did is that really had emotional connection with somebody. And it pushed it up more than what technically it should be worth. Like there would have been no valuer who could have actually, like bank valuer, who would have been able to value that property higher than 530. And then we got 640. It was off the chain. So I think the key there is, it's where the value is in the eye of the beholder.
Definitely, those emotional feelings.
And if we took that to auction, it would have only got what, 545.
Yeah, because that's what the second person's willing to pay. So definitely a PBN situation all day.
Yeah, I think that really shows when it should be used. Now, to help everybody figure out, okay, when it shouldn't be used, what's happening in the market, and what do you see?
Well, probably the most common time we see it used is maybe when it shouldn't, is at the lower end of the market, when maybe you've got a large complex and there's quite a few on the market. Well, people start doing price by negotiation, maybe because they just want a little bit more than everyone else. And maybe it's not actually really there, but the agent is not honest with the vendor, and there's not that transparency there. And people actually, potential purchasers actually feel like they've been duped, tricked to a degree, and it can cause a negative effect and distrust rather than the positive effect we saw with that Burgoyne example.
Yeah, the thing is you've got purchasers leaving their home on a weekend or an evening or on the weekdays to come and visit a property, and then they find out that it's priced a lot higher than exactly the same properties or very similar in the market. Of course they're going to get pissed. And understandably. So the key from our point of view as an agent, we're looking, okay, how far can we push it? We want to get a higher price and then, engage people, and it's also wasting the vendor's time.
I think so, especially when you compare it to using it in the high-end stock. Because that's where we see it with the most degree of success, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay, cool. Hope that really helps. Now, what we're going to be talking about next is tender. Thanks for coming in, and Chris, we'll get you in the next one.
Cheers, boss.
Cool.